Gu Guten Morning, das Menschen. Ich muss kommen aus ich muss kommen aus das convoy. Oh, oops. This isn't my live feed to Germany. This is my live feed to the United States. Hello, everybody. I got a new little mic. I can't see it. It's so cool, but it's all janky and kicked to the side because I broke it. First hour of the morning is meant for sitting in a wall. It's sitting on a wall. Yeah, like Humpty Dumpty. Sitting and staring at a wall and drinking coffee. After that, I'll commit to functional. Processing. So we're here. Well, okay, I'm bringing you guys into the convoy. It's the morning. It's April the 2nd. We're in Little Rock, Arkansas. And every morning we have a meeting and we kind of determine where we're going to be going, as well as how many miles. And then the trucks roll out first, and then the people with their cars and their campers roll out second. We're at a utility Mac trailer business. So let me bring you in on walk you in. Let me walk you in. There you go. Oh, look, there's my shadow. There's my shadow. It's gonna be swallowed by this shadow. Gone. Oh, well, I made it back. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, did someone vomit?
No,
Just had a good time last night.
He accidentally spilled his drink.
Oh yeah. What is the meeting?
I think it's fine.
Hello? I'm gonna make sure this thing works. Hey. Good, man. Look at, I broke my mic here.
No way.
Well, I could get it shipped to me or something.
You got the zip tie work, you know. It's the duct
It's
tape equivalent, right?
Like, people have to stand over to the right, though, you know, so I can capture the sound, but...
That was an interesting situation a few moments ago. I just happened to be standing here and watched those 200 people dialogue. I hadn't seen dialogue like that before at one of our meetings, to where...
What, I missed the meeting?
No. Of folks coming up to the meeting and wearing a mask and...
Wait. Oh, people came finally, and...
The lady that just walked up.
Oh, the one who ran off? I tried to film her and she got scared?
Well, she was, I think, discussing something with the security representative here. I think there was concern about disrupting the meeting. And she had something in her hand, a written agenda of some sort. So...
Oh, I'd be interested in interviewing
here,
her.
the gentleman is walking right back there if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Hope they don't get angry. Yeah. But they were here like to anti-protest or something.
I don't know. I'm speculating.
You guys... She's, I saw her walk that way. She walked like that way.
And then what she disappeared to?
I was over around the corner.
Watch these people. She is no threat, but watch these people.
Yeah. Oh,
no threat to me, but watch these people. The hell? Where'd she disappear to? Over in the ditch?
I wanted to interview her. No.
She to be
How would she
interviewed?
be in the ditch? No. Why not?
I don't know. I don't want to be interviewed. My name's Noel, but I don't wish to be interviewed.
Oh, I was going to talk to her, see what she had to say.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, why not?
Because I'm not very diplomatic, this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sensitive to all things, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? This is why I got this. It's an act. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. I'm not sure that fuck ain't gonna say nothing. Who are you, anonymous? That's not how I approached her. Who are you? What's with the mask? Why the mask? If it's a statement and it's a joke, I got it. Why the mask? Why
it's okay
here?
if she wants to wear the mask.
Yeah, but I want to know why. you have a reason why, then
But
I'll
you
listen.
you come across as very aggressive.
I know
by
I
the way.
do. I
That's-
have
that's
every right to
probably
be
why.
aggressive. You walk away.
Presence, voice, mannerisms, everything.
Aye.
I'm just being honest with you.
Aye, thank you.
Because
That's
I
what
mean, the
require.
better way, I think, to dialogue with people is to just kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yes,
Like,
sir. Yes, sir. I
you know,
agree.
so-
I agree. I agree. That's where you come in handy. Sorry. That's where you come in handy. You coming after me.
I mean, I thought when you were talking, I thought, oh no, this is someone from a counter organization talking to me right now. Like, I took me a second to assess that you were even part of the convoy.
Oh, good.
So it's
Good
like,
for you.
whoa.
Good. That's a good thing. Assess me all you wish. I don't mind this. Full disclosure with me.
Yeah.
I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. I always try to stay emotionally neutral because someone coming in, think about what they're going up against, man. Okay, so they have an opinion, right? And it's contrary to like a huge mass of people over here.
Just say it.
So I think they have some courage to even come in here.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I have-
don't come
I
in here
honor
and tell me you're anonymous. I got something to say. I gave it to somebody. I didn't even read it. I gave it to somebody who has, like you, calm.
Yeah.
I don't need to read it. You read it, then you tell me. You're the calm one. Right? I don't mean you, but you as the people.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I don't mean that if I'm abrupt.
I think she
and I'm,
drove off.
yeah, if I'm abrupt and
Scared away my subject.
Sorry. There'll be plenty along the way.
I'm sure there
This is
in
good.
LA.
We're having
They're gonna be a
This
ton.
is gonna be so fun.
In LA,
I'm
there's
gonna
gonna
have
be a ton.
fun, and if I'm acting a certain way, then people can just walk. You know, walk.
Yeah, but like
No
we
what?
we had some people who were not even like that's mild. Her coming in here
Bring
with
them to me.
We had someone who was yelling and screaming and
Bring
like
them
ready
to
to jump one of us. But no, that's a really
I will.
bad approach. All they want is violence
I know
from
that.
other.
I'll
So-
approach it without violence. I'll approach it with courage. Right?
I know, but
We
like
don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about the things that are actually
People-
happening that people won't believe. They won't go down this road. If you believe in good, you must believe in bad or evil, whatever you want to call it. And you must believe in both extremes. When you start talking about the extremes of the evil happening in this world, I have a little issue with being calm, but I'm okay, man. I got it. I know who I am. I know what ground I stand on. I don't need to call 911 to handle my issues. If you're going to kill me, then kill me.
yeah, that's the problem because I think that kind of attitude is like invoking sort of almost like you want to get into those situations. I mean, you were like walking aggressively this way, and you know what I mean? Like you were. I thought you were an aggressive person when I first saw you. I thought you were from the outside coming in, and that's someone from the inside. So if you really are sincere about like your mission here with the convoy, you know, people will question you if you have that kind
Let
of
them
posture.
question me.
you
Let
know?
them question me. Come to me and talk to me then. Like you. Tell me you're being...
Yeah.
I have others that do this for me too. Thank you. Thank you.
Bless you, or thank you.
I'll be calm most of the time, but this just think about it. Your mind's working differently than mine.
Sure, certainly.
You know, I don't think when I'm feeling or thinking the same at the same moment. I'm sure that you have emotions similar to mine. You know, when you get upset about things
Oh,
that
yeah.
hurt you
Oh yeah.
and how you handle that.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Sure.
still learning. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right on.
And I need people like you. If I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Say you're wrong, man. And I'll think about it. And okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's
man.
the way
I
to
should have
be.
came. You're right. It's early morning. I should have come and said,
Getting
"Hey,
every
darling."
coffee. Yeah.
You're right. So I'll change my act a little
Yeah.
bit. Maybe not tomorrow, but today I'll change my act. You're right. I'm gonna think about this all day. You're absolutely right. Come up with her with kindness. And see what's with the mask, honey, darling. What's with the mask? What's your name? Who are you with? I'd like to read what you said. I never had a chance to read it. I was so upset.
Yeah, right. And then, like, if you're able to have control of your emotions, and you're able to shift your consciousness really quick, then you'll be far more effective than someone who's already in a fight or flight mode, right? Because then that's when two people start getting irrational, And that's when things break down, you know. Go to our monkey
But
mind.
I'm good. I'm good there. When I come to that point, I'm good there. I'm good there, man. I'm not one to evoke violence. I may put on that, but I'll push it to the point of violence. I'll stop there. I'll stop there
But what's the point of pushing it to that
to
point?
get the truth. Push you to the corner. I want to know who you are, what your intentions are. That's all.
Yeah.
State them to me. I don't have to agree with them. Now I know. And then I'll learn by watching, were you actually truthful with these intentions of yours? Who are you? You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Oh, you mean
Human
You
beings in general.
you want to have a very, like, to-the-point
I'm
interaction
not
with
into
someone.
talking about politics, back and forth,
Yeah.
or talking about how good. I'm not into the bullshit. No more bullshit, my friend. That's all. I just don't like to talk bullshit. I know a lot of people, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. It has no, for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the morning meeting, but...
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, don't worry about it, dude. It's all good.
Mike's truck, really.
All right. That was interesting. In case you didn't... just to update you on what happened there, a woman came in sort of, I guess, with a counter narrative, you know, into this group of people. I thought that took a lot of courage to do that. And he came sort of like with very like, I guess you'd say confrontational. Yeah. So that guy was actually, he was just really excited about interacting with her. And I told him,
He looked a little caffeinated.
I told him, like, you came, I couldn't even tell if you were like with our group or not. That's how aggressive you came in on that and rolled in on that. So he apologized and he's like, well, I'll try to do better, but I just want to get to the point. I'm like, dude, you come across as pretty aggressive.
Where is she?
I think she drove off because
I would have too, I think, given the circumstances. So she came.
I wouldn't have. I think it's courageous for someone with a mask with a counter narrative to come in with a bigger group. I mean, that's pretty courageous.
She came in a mask, and then this guy was mean to her. That's essentially what happened.
Well, yeah, that guy, he screwed up, obviously. Because, no, he went that way. He went back.
The written document that she had, was that something? She
Well, when you get to find out, because someone came like a bulldog or,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
wanted to see it. I wanted to see what was going on. That guy
Yeah, just
scared
have
her
a
away.
dialogue. That's what the whole point of us doing this is to have a
Yeah.
dialogue with people who feel that strongly,
Yeah,
as
anyone.
strongly enough to
Like,
show up.
There's no reason to yell at anyone in here. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
You know?
We're trying to be the we're trying to be the ones who are taking the
Yeah.
bigger position.
All-inclusive,
Yeah.
come in, let's talk.
Higher ground is what I
Yes,
meant to say.
100%.
If we're trying to take the higher ground, we have to
We
have
should
more
not be
emotional
chasing
patience,
people out of here.
more rational dialogue, more less ability to get instigated with all the
We want
anger and
dialogue,
frustration.
Unlike it did take place in Canada, right? No dialogue there in the streets between the government and the people.
Yeah.
2.5 million people
Yeah.
that showed up.
Oh yeah, but there's at that point where they had to take other draconian means because they were doing such a good job of being peaceful. So they're like, oh well, I guess if you
Well, that's where I think these people, this convoy,
Yeah.
kind of went wrong. It's like they fell for the narrative that something as peaceful as parking your car downtown is too extreme. You know, it's they were scared. January 6th,
Yeah.
but it's like this idea that you could just park your car downtown is not violent. That's
Right.
not violent.
right.
So I think if they did that and were peaceful and just stayed in their trucks and didn't bother anyone, even though that they were told that would be framed as violent, people watching with their own eyes would see that parking your car is not violent.
No.
But they got too scared with the January 6th stuff that they never even tried.
Well, that's another interesting sort of rabbit hole because at January 6th, they haven't had any trial. They haven't
of
had
course.
any representation. They haven't had, the right to a speedy trial is right there in the Constitution,
Yeah.
and they've been in there for over a year.
No, 100%. And it's being used now.
It's being used for fear
It's
against.
being used. It's it will stop any all you have to say is we don't want another January 6th.
Right, right.
It stops any popular movement from protesting in their own capital. It's really messed up.
I mean, it's a strategy,
No,
and
no,
I think
100%, and
people,
it's smart.
yeah,
It's like they're very smart. You know, you have to hand it to them.
Yeah.
They're evil.
yeah. Well, at the same time, it's like what they're, you know, the people that like maybe instigated through the propaganda, through the media, regarding some of the like the over embellishing January 6th, right? Those people, all they need to know is like that's clearly not just a bunch of the public, you know, trying to protect themselves from crazy, you know, conservatives.
Of course not, yeah.
That's literally a campaign
No,
to manipulate the public into shutting up.
It's like coordinated propaganda, and
It's still not great. I mean, I don't agree with what happened on January 6th, but
yeah. You don't have, and it's not that we even have to preface it with that.
yeah, it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
right?
Because obviously, like, all those people there, like,
But people-
if their main goal was to get Trump back in office, like, I don't agree with that. I don't think,
Right.
like, I don't care
No,
about.
I don't. Yeah.
And you know, he's not my guy, and like, I don't think that getting him back in office will do anything great for the country. But at the same time, like, it is our capital. It is the people's capital, and the fact that like just protesting in front of like the capital is like seen as too extreme. It's like that's their capital, and I think the fact that they went inside, I think that whole thing was like, I think there was, you know, I think it was, I think the first people inside were agents, essentially. It kind of led them to do something that they weren't
Possibly.
originally going to do.
Possibly, but here's what's interesting.
Go ahead.
So I've heard some of the similar things from people here, you know, and I've been able to formulate a different opinion from listening to people that were there at the time. They told me they saw certain things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Provocateurs. Yeah.
But here's the problem.
Tell me.
Not only is it like January 6th a frightening way in which like people think to themselves, they no longer, they don't want to be seen as the other.
Yeah.
But talking about what could or would have, or even looking into January 6th is taboo.
Oh, of course.
So it's like
It's
on
like
all
it's
fronts,
the new 9/11,
it's a
and if you
shutdown.
disagree-
It's a shutdown, and it's emotionally invokes people. So even a friend of mine who's super rational, we kind of had a conversation about, let's compare January 6th to like what the other protests in Washington with Antifa
There
and
you go.
BLM, etc. And they're like, there's no, and I'm like, whoa, and the emotions were so strong. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm the one who like is just asking questions, and you're the one who's now not open to conversation. And now people don't realize, they can't step back and say, what's happening to us?
Yeah.
And why are we reacting this way? It's a self-reflective part of our country that's...
This is cop. Or is it just a look
No. See, now I see what happens? Everyone's
with the, you know,
No, I know,
Yeah,
I know
but-
this guy. I think I know this guy. Well, he's got the thing. Yeah. Hey.
How you doing?
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Good. The guy says, "Oh, it's a cop." That's for like.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
I always walk up to people when people are like, "Who is that?" I always walk up to them and talk to them. Like we were talking to the Secret Service, they were so nice, you know, and everyone's just like, "Oh, it's a Secret Service. Oh, it's a celebrity. Oh, it's, you know, a pretty girl. Oh, it's a good-looking guy from Rebel Media."
Fair enough. But I think that's important.
Are you Jewish?
My mother was Jewish.
I could tell by listening to you and talking to you. I lived in Israel for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But some of my Jewish friends are the ones who are the most woke because they read their history really well, you know, and they're like, "Uh-oh, mayday, mayday."
What's going on in Israel is really interesting.
Yeah, with the
Just like so many shots.
so many.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think it's because Israelis are told that they should be living in a constant state of kind of like fear of like the outside forces.
100%.
And like they
I was
just
gonna
kind of
say
like
that.
take everything the government says.
Yeah.
Like if the government says there's a
You're gonna
crisis.
protect them.
And yeah, exactly. So they've really swallowed this thing whole.
It could be history repeating itself. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that, and then a lot of the data that we were able to collect about how powerful natural immunity is with a natural infection.
From the Israeli data.
Came from the Israeli data, so, you know, maybe they're the sacrificial lambs all over again.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is a weird, like, it's really like, you could probably get a PhD in present history, and then you would have to know everything about past history and all the psychological manipulations that we've already gone through. You know what I mean? Because it's like there's little things everywhere, you know, that are, but yeah, man.
What do you stream on?
I am Reset Media, but I stream on YouTube and Facebook, and then I got to do my RTMP on Rumble. I haven't had a chance. I just put this together and I broke my little. I got to get one and have it shipped out from Amazon. But yeah, man, this is going to be an interesting thing rolling into Los Angeles. Like, I think, is there a coalition of the streamers yet together? Because we need to work together.
I don't stream. So
you don't stream? You have
No.
editors and everything?
I don't stream. We interview people during the day. I write a script, and we do like one news package per day, and we edit it at the hotel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So a really well.
It's like a real news package where there's like a
Wow.
stand-up intro with the mic, and then it goes to, you know, quotes from people, and I write a script to it, and it comes out pretty well. But I've never streamed before.
Did you guys hear that? You could go to Rebel Media and get like more of that traditional news kind of
Style.
Yeah. So you cut it down. You get all the most relevant things for people.
Yeah, it's just like what's happening today. Like when we were like going into DC, it's like the police were constantly telling me that they they couldn't tell me if the roadblocks were legal or not. I would ask another police officer. They would say, you know what, you're gonna get arrested if you don't move out of the street. And then I like explain the roadblocks. I show the cops talking to the truckers, threatening to arrest them, threatening to arrest me, telling me that they can't tell me if it's legal or not. And then we have a news package that took the course of 4 days of footage altogether about the roadblocks.
Wow.
So
how long was the news package?
9 minutes.
For 4 days of footage.
Yeah, it's just exactly.
Wow, dude, that's that's pretty cool.
But it's especially interesting now. I feel like there hasn't been much for me to report on the last few days. But there was on the way across from Atlanta to Maryland, just because like we would stop in Lupton, and you would have the Navajo Indians like they making breads for the truckers, and it was like just a great story, and it looked beautiful. But it seems, and there was more supporters coming across.
There were a lot.
I don't know.
The bridges were full.
Like we didn't have to make our own food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were just supporters here already making the food for the truckers. So it's a different feeling coming across this time. Hopefully it gets bigger.
Well, LA is going to be interesting. I'm kind of in contact with the people that are working with the organizers there, and it's going to be a larger presence in LA.
Yeah, no,
a much larger presence.
I heard like tens of thousands of people, if not
tens
more.
of thousands, yeah. And there's, of course, because it's California, there's going to be a lot more things that are, because people are very interested. If you know how it works with Facebook and all these, whenever there's something controversial or a troller or something, and then people start getting instigated and inflamed, it's like moths to a fire for human beings. I mean, look at all of our Netflix shows. It's all about like violence and a constant state of fight or flight, whatever.
Yeah.
So LA is going to be, unfortunately, an interesting content place, and hopefully that'll work itself out to something that wakes people up, because more media is going to be in, because there's going to be people there from the opposition, because it's California and they're pretty hardcore about.
It'll be good content.
It's going to be. It's going to be a little crazy in LA. But I think it's good that when people. I think it's good that there are some people that will come, and so I'm not afraid. I had a troller, and someone's like, just why don't you just delete them from your as a friend or whatever. I said, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know how many more people are interested in what I'm doing because of the troller? And that would digress to violence. It's different. I said, also, I don't even believe in censorship. So, what that does is when you have that opposition, and if it's functional opposition, is that it allows that conflict to sort of go back and forth like a dialogue, and then suddenly resolve itself to one or the other party understanding each other a little bit better.
100%.
Right? And we're on a side that's so easy to argue for. It's
Yeah.
like the other person usually gets angry. The other person usually becomes a bully because I can make a very cohesive, easy.
You don't have to call names or anything.
I don't have to get mad.
No, of course
I'm just
not.
like, well, you know,
Yeah.
like, I can't sue the corporation that's making me get this done. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
You just get, it's like, calm down.
Whoa, yeah.
Hold on. You know, so I don't know, man. It's
So,
interesting.
But any of the all of the quote unquote opposition individuals that were opposed to what we were doing, when we would go down into Washington D.C. 4 or 5 times, when, the people that I've seen who want to yell at the truckers or who want to get mad at the truckers, the truckers are super. The ones that I was with, at least, are super level-headed and willing to have a dialogue.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they're getting yelled at and called racist, and they've said nothing about race. There's no anything on there. They had Martin Luther King quotes on their trucks. We did that on purpose, but it's wild. There is no. They don't want to have a debate. They want to say you're bad, and you're bad, and that's it. And they want to yell and flail their arms and call names. And it's pretty uniform. That's how it was with the 5 or 6 people that wanted to argue with the truckers. There's not much they don't have anything but emotion really.
Yep. Let's go
Yeah. Okay.
over the thing.
Do you think they don't? I wonder if they know now where they're going.
Yeah, I think they're praying. They usually say it at this morning meeting. Okay, that's Rebel
News.
Rebel News guys. He's got to know those guys better. They're really on it. They've got a team. They're cooler than me.
Necessary. And we have drawn the line. We need your grace. We cannot do it without you. We need your strength. Some of us wake up in the morning and we ask ourselves, what am I doing? We realize what we're doing. We have families with us. We have our animals with us. We have met new people. We met new friends. But Lord, we need something today that we can't give it ourselves. We need your grace. We need your mercy. And we need your strength. We receive it by faith today. We also receive your forgiveness of our shortcomings. Our shortcomings with you and one another. And especially our shortcomings with our own selves. May we stop being hard on ourselves. May we know how much we're loved by you. And it's because of this we can begin to love ourselves. Because until we do, we can't love our neighbor. We pray this and many more things in our hearts we ponder. But we decree it so. We pray for our leaders, Lord, that you would continue to give them strength, grace, and mercy. Speak to their hearts as they lay upon their beds and contemplate the next move. Open the doors that you've chosen and close the doors that you've not. We even pray for our enemies. Those who have made plans against us, confuse the plans of the enemy. Those who seek to bring disturbances, confuse the plans of the enemy. We pray for them, we forgive them, but we ask that you manage it. And you laugh at the wicked every day. We give you the praise, we give you the honor, we give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Want to perform this for all, and I believe it'll be a blessing to you. It's called flower petals. How many out there love flowers?
Hey, baby. Baby.
A flower petal.
How you doing, Joel? What day
Beyond the
without you?
salt that I feel.
I would have loved to go.
I am
Just a little measly 3 miles.
Where my
4 miles.
finger touches the flesh
I'll bring my streamers with us.
of a flower petal.
Yeah, they can
It
work out
meddles
with
with my
us. Do the
emotions
convoy work.
in a place that renders
You guys
me
down for that?
helpless to resist.
That's awesome, man. I'll go with you next
My
time.
eyes are mesmerized. My nose is tantalized. My senses are elevated to a utopia realm of awe. I can't explain why. I can't rationalize as to how this can be. Why it wields such power. desperate for my nose to be cuddled within its essence, for my hands to gently hold it towards the one that I love, for its power to unleash peace, joy, and the capacity of hope upon the coldness of peace. It has an anointing to erase the pain within the deep corridors of the heart, no matter how deep it tries to hide. It knows when your nose touches its flesh. It embraces the wonders of who you are. It looks upon your face with the gaze you will never know. Just as you are rendered blessed, so too does this flower petal give thanks for making its existence meaningful when you simply touch its petal. Though its life will not be long, so we thank you. The joy it gives us makes its existence meaningful. May we learn from the simplicity and the beauty that makes it rich beyond the price we pay. With such softness and beauty, do it our hearts settle, all for the wonder of a simple and beautiful flower petal. I can only thank God. Amen. Praise God. I'm reading a lot of my poems from the book Poems for America. I wrote these poems 4 years ago during the elections of what year was that? 2016. 2016, when then my president, to the day, came into office, President Trump, poem every day for 50 days. I have a few books in the back. I also want to bless you with a copy of my audio book for free at journeybyfaith.net. If you go there and sign up, you'll receive a chapter every week for free. We read the book. And that is Journey by Faith. Also, it will be copies in the back on my table.
I love this dog. I love this dog. Came into our fifth wheel today.
Did he?
I was like, it's mine now. You guys didn't hear me? I was like, I'm like taking it. It's adorable. I fell in love with it. Yeah, that was Mateus, our little whatever it is, snipperdoodle.
He loves that dog.
Australian Shepherd, my favorite breed, dude. He's such a sweet dog. Such a sweet dog.
His name is Diesel.
Diesel. What's up? He's pretending not to know me, but he was all up on us this afternoon.
All these other dogs.
Yeah, that little the poofy one is like
He liked it.
So she's wanting some of that. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then
She's wanting some of that.
Chris's dog, she snuck off before he came on the convoy, and she ended up with she pregnant. So
No way.
yeah, but we don't know what. We're hoping it's not like a Chihuahua or something.
Oh my gosh.
We were hoping it would have been a perfect one right there.
It would have been a perfect dog, yeah.
Yeah. Down the line.
So it went out in the middle of the night and
Yeah.
did a little messing around.
Went around the neighborhood.
Sniffed out.
Got a little horny.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. First thing I'm going to do here is, y'all see that big green truck back here behind you? We're going to turn around because Tom's wife is in that truck, and it's her birthday today.
Alright.
Her name is Carrie, so we're going to sing her happy birthday.
She's deaf, so we've got to do it in sign language.
But if you know sign language, she's deaf, so do it in sign language. If you're a dummy like me, just sing it.
Oh, someone knows sign language.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Right? Happy birthday.
Okay.
To you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Fight language. He said, wait till you get in the truck, Tom. Me and you gotta have a talk.
Thank you, everybody.
That's international water.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we get this show on the road here this morning and head down towards Dallas. I'm gonna tell you right now, we have a couple different spots we may end up, and we're working on that right now. We're waiting on some phone calls back. We got a couple good spots, and we're just trying to decide which one we actually want to work with. But we got a long way to go to get there, and all of them we can't get into till this evening, regardless anyway, because it's the Lord's Day everywhere, but especially down in Texas. So we're gonna go up here and get fuel at the Loves, but I want everybody to understand right now we're gonna have it work in a different way than normal. Since we're here, we're gonna have someone here directing a few at a time to go up there. We're gonna do anyone that needs gas first. And we're gonna send a few up. We'll have people at the pumps to fill you up. If you want to go in the store, do not do it while you're at the pump. And when we're done pumping the gas, come back here or go in and get what you need. Come back here and then we'll send more people up, and then we're going to do anyone that needs diesel last because of the way we have to pay for it at the Loves up there. And then it just creates less mass confusion and cluster while we're in there. So if everybody understands that, we're going to do anyone that needs gas first. We'll have someone down here directing you a few at a time to go up, and then when you get fuel, you come back, and then we'll do anyone that needs diesel last. So I just wanted to let everybody know that before we get started here, and know that then we'll be gassed up to head down to Texas. So last night, a few of us got to go to the dirt track over here. They had a night where they honored our first responders, specifically a policeman's family that got killed in the line of duty from Arkansas here. And the track owner heard that we were here and asked that a few of us come down, and we actually got to drive the trucks with the cop cars around the track last night and speak to the whole crowd about the convoy. Yeah, there's a lot of video. Wizzy was there and Young was there, and it was live streamed from my Facebook on the Convoy's Facebook page also. So that was quite an honor to be asked to participate in that when they're honoring a fallen officer, and to be able to speak to the entire crowd that was there about what the convoy's doing and what we're about and why we're going to California now and how we're going back to DC. So I want to thank the I-30 Speedway for that. And the word's getting out, because from what I understand, they actually contacted us when they heard we were going to be around. So, what we're doing is, even though it may not seem like it at times, it's working. It's waking people up, and we got to keep on pushing and keep people awake. And let them understand what's going on. Let them understand that we can still stand up, and if we unify together as Americans, not as left, right, or whatever, that we can keep our country, and we can take our country back to the way it needs to be and should be and was intended to be by our founding fathers. So I appreciate all of you for being here and rolling with us, and we can't stop, won't stop is what I like to say. So I just want to say that anybody that's rolling with us here, doesn't matter if you're a truck driver or not. I know everybody makes this into some trucker thing, but we have way more cars as usual and campers than we do trucks, which is awesome. That's why it's the People's Convoy, and thank you all for that. So we're going to keep going on with this. We're going to keep trying to raise this awareness. That I'm just going to say this: whoever stayed behind, you're missing out. And unfortunately, you're missing a good opportunity to raise some awareness before it starts. We're going to end up going down here, going across the southern border at some point, which everybody's concerned about also. Yeah. And actually, when we go through El Paso, for those of you that have never done it, you'll be able to see the actual wall that separates. It's only a couple hundred yards from the interstate when we go through El Paso. So that won't be for a couple days yet, but Texas is a very, very long state if you've never driven through it. And we have to, you know, last night when I talked just a little bit in front of that crowd at the racetrack about these bills that were going out to try and stop, and just kind of not in the government garb that they're worded in, but told them, hey, you know, they're trying to make, you know, basically free speech if you don't agree with the government illegal, and take doctors' licenses if they don't agree with the government, you know, try and make it legal to basically euthanize humans after they're born. And they weren't too impressed either. But a lot of people don't realize that this isn't just going on in California. Since we've started raising awareness to this, it's come to our attention that there's actually a few other states that have similar things going on, Maryland and New York being one of them, apparently. So I just want you guys to know that this is working. People are looking into this. We have a lady here that's been following along with us that called all the California senators and representatives, and a lot of them didn't even know about these bills that we're going to California to talk about. And that's what they do. They find these ways to slip these into something. Okay. For those of you in trucking, when we had the ELDs get thrown in, they did the same thing. They said, oh, they're about safety, and they throw them in a bigger bill, and it got passed. When we took our organization to DC to fight those, a lot of them didn't even know what an ELD really was, or what it did, and how it tracked us and stuff like that. So I think the dog set the alarm off on his daughter.
Somebody's alarm to wake him up.
So we're going to California. That's where the next location is. But not all at once, though. Don't worry. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to try and wrap this up here today. I want everyone to understand as we leave here today, after we get fuel and we get everybody lined up and leave, it is Sunday. There's a lot of churches that go on morning, afternoon, and everything around here. So when we're in if we go through a residential area or anywhere you might see a church, as we're coming in and out, or even the truck stops, like when we come out of truck stops, try and keep the horn blowing to a minimum, because there are truck drivers that have to sleep during the day because they trucked at nighttime, and we don't want to disrupt the churches on the Lord's Day either. So please try and keep that in mind. And that's really all I got. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. And two other things quickly. When we're convoying for the cars, that, you know, trucks are one thing. If you don't have a CB, I understand that too, and I'm going to address that in a second. But please try and stay in line. We have a mechanic that runs at the back of the convoy, and if you pull over on the shoulder to try and get video or pictures, he's going to think that you're broke down, and then he's going to stop, and it just creates kind of havoc. And please do not cut in front of our own people, and anybody, but particularly the convoy. If you need to get in, turn your turn signal on, give them some time to give you room to get over. But for the safety of the rest of the motoring public, please do not be jumping in and out of line. Just kind of get in line and ride there. If you really want to get off and get some pictures or video, do it at an exit ramp where our mechanic's not going to think you're having a problem. If you do have a problem, get out and try and quickly pop your hood safely, so he knows that there's actually a problem. Just makes it safer that way. Makes it a little bit safer that way for everybody. Us, the motoring public, I mean, we already create traffic with doing what we're doing. So just try and keep that in mind. And this lady right here has her hand up. Actually walk up here so people can see you. No, she is going to try and set up some communication for those of you that don't have a CB. So please, if you do not have a CB and you want some communication, please walk up to her and she will explain what she's got going on. And that way you can kind of keep in touch with what we have going on when we talk about it through the CB. Other than that, we're going to get some people together here to start sending people up to get gas. And like I said, we're going to send you in waves when you're done pumping. We're going to pump it for you and then come back. Just wrap. Oh, we're going to go 30 into Dallas. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy today.
30. We're going into Dallas today. Do we have an address? No.
That's just the route.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll take 30 instead of 20.
30 into
This
Dallas.
is Ian's right here.
30 down.
And apparently
40 to
it's
30.
his
Texarkana.
birthday, too, so we're going to say happy birthday,
40 to
Aiden. Happy birthday, Aiden.
Give her the bullhorn.
All right, everybody, get to your vehicles and get ready to go get some fuel over here. We'll have people that are guiding you out.
We're doing the pledge this morning.
Oh, yeah, the pledge. You're right. I didn't know if William did it or not, so. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Okay, let's cut this off.
Off we go. That's Adam. Adam's great.
We'll try to get like right in behind the camera.
I remember his station. Hey, Hippie, I turned my receipt in for that first day. Should I just get it from you tonight?
When did you turn it in, you said?
The first day we rolled in, but yesterday I handed it to you. Put it in a little plastic bag.
Was it? It might be paid, but it might not be, but just see what
I'll just... All right, thank you.
Yeah, not a
And
problem.
now we're just filling at the station, so it's easy.
Yes.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Admiring your equipment.
This is, well, I got this for like a real camera.
Yeah.
But
It's gargantuan.
yeah, but it's actually like this is like, you know, more what you need, but this is like collapses easily. You can balance it out quick.
It's lightweight.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
a little, it's heavier than this, but like these, like,
Oh.
man, like it's just fast.
Oh, yeah.
And you just collapse it down and carry like that. Pop them up. But I've learned these little Velcro straps. Oh, see, I got it in the way though.
Nice, man. Are you with the group?
I mean, I'm just following for the most part. I try not to identify with groups, but
Okay. Yeah.
When did you get here? Today?
California.
Oh, California. Oh, you've been here the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
You're like the third person. I've been here the whole time as well. You're like the third person I met that's been here the whole time that I haven't met.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never met you, and you've been here the whole time, and it's much, you know.
Yeah, it's. I guess
more
it's
intimate
shrinking.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
bizarre.
Well, you have people in Hagerstown. Do you know what's happening in Hagerstown? I know there's a few behind still.
I know a little bit. It's like there's some chaos that ensued because it's just people left, you know, that are having to organize themselves. So hopefully they'll get that figured out and they'll bring it to order, you know. But that's all I've heard so far. I haven't heard much more than that.
When was that update?
It was like yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you got a fancy one too.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing?
We're in Channel 16 here in town.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's why he's got
You look.
real equipment.
Okay, so Channel 16, you guys can go check out his coverage. And what's your name?
John.
John. I'm Alex Glasgow from Ohio.
From where?
From Ohio.
Oh, cool. Have you been to Arkansas
Like
before?
that's probably twice as much
Traveling with
as
technician.
the tripod.
Yeah, baby.
How much is that? It's like
I don't
like
know.
a $500 tripod probably. Actually.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
yeah. It's,
Oh
listen,
yeah.
It's,
Does it have like the tension settings?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You gonna follow us all the way to California or what?
No, I'm local.
You think they're gonna pay him to do that?
Unfortunately.
Well, all of us are.
It's a pretty day. How far do you think you'll make it today down the road?
Dallas?
Dallas, okay. So about 8 hours, 6 hours,
Oh, don't say that. I thought it'd be shorter than that.
5 hours?
I
I'm
have
not
no
sure.
idea.
Highlight your badge.
It'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, we figure it out as we go, pretty much.
Four News and the CW Arkansas.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna edit it today?
Yeah.
And it'll be out?
5 o'clock
Oh,
news.
Wow.
It's less than
Local
5.
news.
Less than 5 hours.
Oh,
the way
okay.
we travel, it'll be more like 7.
Yeah.
These things are faster than the last time I drove them.
Or maybe.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is cool. So when is everybody gonna fuel up?
All right, that's the morning meeting, guys. I headed back to Tony's. We're parked over there at Camp World, and we got a little plug in and internet. So Tony's pretty good at logistics and figuring out like where we can go for convenience. The outsiders. So today we're gonna go towards Dallas. I'm gonna try and get ahead of the convoy. And how do I just switch this over? You can see me. Doop, doop, doop. I like to make. Okay, hey. Oh, I gotta get my hand way up. Where's my car? Car's over here. Oh, my car is so beat up. Like, it's full of like bruises and bumps and cuts. Someone actually like hit and run me in the convoy. I'm still okay with everyone here, but you know, I don't blame them. Now, let me show you what's going on with my car. Wow, there's that thing right there. Not so bad. I mean, I can let it go. And then I don't have a lock on it anymore, so I have to open it with a screwdriver. There's like a little, my lock fits into a little kind of screwdriver hole, and then when you lock it and unlock, anyway, I just leave my car unlocked at this point. Or if I lock it, I have a screwdriver that's my key. So let's go back. Oh, here we go. This little Beetle diesel has made it all the way across the United States and is now on its second trip. Hope my sound's doing better here. I bet my sound's doing better. Oh my gosh. Should I be filming while I'm steering and operating a stick shift? Is that a yes? Okay. Whatever you say, guys. Let's see if there's a car behind me. Yeah. My symbolic flag is covering my back windshield, so it's hard to see behind me. But I made it out. So today, I'll just go back here. I'll try and get I have a giant speaker that I can put on top of my car. But I've got to route the wires down underneath where my gas pedal and brake pedal and clutch pedal. And then sort of get my inverter in here and then plug it into my speaker. I don't know if I could do that, but I'll just stick you with me because you can come in and out of the live view. So that was interesting, that little interaction we had in the beginning of this. If you haven't, if you're joining now, I recommend you go and check out the beginning of the live feed. I just walked into a whole emotional sort of situation between someone who was coming in to protest what we were doing and a guy who was aggressively sort of like trying to engage with her. Oh no. Oh, is Tony gone? Tony left me. Melissa, your husband left me. Saw you in here earlier. Give him a call. My feelings are so hurt. You know what? Where am I? I'm sure he was there. Or I thought he was there. I finally overwelcomed my stay. No, he's just probably gone somewhere to a gas station, or let me give him a call. Who else will take me in? I'm totally joking. Tony loves me. We love each other. We need to work on communication, right? Okay, Tony. Where are you? Tony. I don't know if you guys can hear me while I'm on calls. Tony. Convoy. Oh, I'm off. Follow these guys. I got this is kind of cool little story. I got a cold just from sleep deprivation and driving not in hours and hours to catch up with the convoy. I stayed back one day and took a little ivermectin today and zinc and vitamin C, and Tony hooked me up with it last night and I am feeling great this morning. So that's a little testimonial. Of course, that's just one person with one combination with one kind of virus. Pretty sure it's just a cold virus, but apparently it's an immune suppressant and a zinc uptake, which is good for any kind of viral infection. And so it might be a generalized solution for a lot of problems. But of course, you gotta go do research yourself into it to understand better. Don't just believe things just because it identifies with the people on your side of this obnoxiously simple polar dichotomy between two tribes in America, right and left. So annoying. Like, when do people like lose their ability to think for themselves? We all want to be a part of a group. I mean, that's why we're so evolved to be in tribes, man, because, you know, environment can be rough sometimes. You know, hunters and gatherers need to come together and agree on principles and agree on strategies for food collection. Had to work together, and then all of a sudden they had beliefs, and then they are like, oh, well, let's all believe this. And then someone who didn't believe it, wasn't part of the gang, part of the crew. Where did Tony go? But still, there's no substitute for thinking for yourself. Oh, there's Tony. I got an eye for Tony. I can find him anywhere. I think he's over there. Yeah, that's him. See if we can get the speaker on. I don't know. There he is. Oh no, I pulled in front of a bus. You guys should have told me not to film and drive at the same time. Oh, where's my flag? I had a State of Jefferson flag to represent Northern California. They were going to break away that region somewhere down from Redding up to the Oregon border for the United States right before the Pearl Harbor happened. And there's a flag with a double X because they had won, I think, They had one congressional vote they needed, and because of Pearl Harbor, they pulled out. Is Tony even in here? Are you in here, Tony? Why did you lock yourself? Why did you lock yourself in there? It's like a ladder jail. Oh no, what do I do here? Aha! Me do smart. Me learn mechanics of ladder holder. Where the heck are you? Oh, he must be in Loves. Alright, well, I'm gonna need Tony for this task. He's he owns a dealership and is really good at figuring out like little mechanical things. He fixed my lock. Let's walk you guys around. I think I need my shoes clean. They're like really dirty. Hey man, can you get my shoes? Can you get my shoes? The bottom of my shoes are all messed up. Nice. There's the other one. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Wow. Clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. That did the job. I wish I had that when I was a kid. Then just like, you know, burrow it into the sidewalk. Or like run it up and down the grass. It's gonna be a while we fuel up. Like, I just need you to. Yeah, she is. She.
You found me.
I was. Did she? Was she there when I was complaining about you leaving me? You left me.
Joel's looking for you.
I was like, I overstayed my welcome with Tony. Obviously, he just left.
Out.
He's gone.
Go back to Washington. I'm tired of saving the world. It's a little tiring.
Taking his cape off, going back to Clark Kent. That's it. I'm gonna work.
I got your bag in my truck.
I was hoping if we could just get the wires at least up through it, and then I'll do the rest.
Oh no, do tonight.
I know, but we're gonna have a ton of time. Otherwise, I'm gonna be running around
And then
picking my
get
nose
stuck somewhere, and we can't get it through. And then we're going to be frustrated because we're going to be leaving late. I just play it all out in my head. Tonight when we don't have to worry
You got it all.
We do it. So that's what happens.
Man, I wanted to blast some music. I'm getting that hankering that we got in DC when we had to get out and
you're going
rile people up.
You know you're going on I-40 where there's absolutely nothing from here to Dallas.
Really?
I mean, desert. So
wow. Yeah. I'll just
They said we're going through Dallas, right, or something?
No, they don't have an address yet for Dallas. So
Texas is big. We can just park wherever.
We can park wherever. It's a big state. They got chiggers. Have you ever seen chiggers in Texas? They just bite you. Texas is a mean state. It's like the nature is mean in Texas. Yeah.
It's hardcore.
They just. I was trying to sleep outside once, and I was like, and I'm like, what? There's like little tiny bugs you can't even see that just eat you alive in Texas. Nice. It's great. It's great. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I think they're only in the summer, but either way.
Close enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna have a lot of time on our hand because these guys are gonna fill up, and you remember what happened yesterday? The fill up. It was like
I think it's more
an hour.
This morning, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. But are we in the way? We're all gonna be coming through here. These pumps. Cars first. This is what I did here. Paid attention. I listened. Cars first. Trucks after. So gas first, diesel second. And we're both diesel. So. Oh, sorry, I almost ran into her with my camera. Thank you.
I was gonna say, join us.
Yeah.
Company truck.
I haul the U.S. mail. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Company truck.
Did you haul any of the voting mail? Because we have some questions to ask.
They told us that if we see any of our trailers just sitting, go to the back. If it's not sealed, then we're to open it and call.
Are you a Seahawks fan or Patriot fan?
My husband was Patriots, I was Seahawks.
Oh, okay. Was? Are you guys divorced now?
No, he's from New Hampshire. I'm from Washington State.
Where at?
Here we are.
Where in Washington?
By Olympia.
I'm from Stanwood.
Oh, okay. Okay. My youngest boy lives by Elma, and my oldest one's in Yangon.
I go down Elm all the time. There's a recovery center down there. I take people down to. So, yeah. So yes, we'll be out there.
Headed?
We're going to Dallas today.
Dallas?
Yeah, we're going to California. There's a rally.
Treasure and Benton. I'm headed that way. So.
Can you follow us on some of the route, maybe? A little bit of it?
I go that way.
Yeah.
I go to.
Although you're going probably faster than 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. 767. So, no, I think it's awesome. Following you guys on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome, and we'll keep going. None of us in this.
Cool.
Come on out.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm Reset Media, so this is just for Tony's wife. I do this whole thing just for her. It's the Tony show. But
no, I had to go on the other side of Benton, to exit 106, JJ's truck stop.
Yeah.
It's where I park this and go home. But I'm home every day. I love it. I got tired of being gone.
yeah.
No, you guys can stay going into Dallas. Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping we're going around Dallas. I hope. So, I don't mind going through Dallas.
You know what's funny? It's like I gotta tell Melissa, I'll get my glasses next time because they're telling me like things like answering the questions because I don't know what I'm doing like 90% of the time.
Right.
And these people are helping. Like Melissa's helping me. She's like, Tony still loves you, you know, or something. And I can't see.
So I walk all around this place, try to find propane. I don't know if I have it or not, but it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Texas should be warm, right?
It's gonna. Oh yeah, Texas is hot. Yeah. We're further south.
Driving with flip-flops today.
Yeah. We've had to use our AC for the first time in a while.
Yeah, last night we did.
How do they route? Just give me the knowledge and let me.
Right, what?
How do the wires go?
I'm not even telling you. Because you're gonna be late.
Weren't you the one that told me have him do it himself? He'll learn that way.
Yeah. Tonight, I'll be standing there while you do it yourself.
Love it. Oh man.
When we land, we'll get it in there.
Yeah. We're just going to be waiting around here for a while. I know it.
Yeah, or if you go video, all the cars are over there now. If you want to go
I
drive
could
over
do
there.
that. Yeah.
You could probably fill up over there. We got a gas pump with a decent pump over there.
I'm not going to mess with what they said. They were like, go to the Loves. See, the cars are going in there, and we're going in here. I'm just going to wait it out. I guess I just go in with the truckers when they come, huh?
Did you yesterday? Did you fill up with the overflow?
Oh, it's easy. Yeah, I mean, it's all in the fingertips. You know what I mean? You just squeeze a little bit.
She said. Just squeeze a little bit. Is there any kids watching?
Yeah. Tony told us, when he went home that there's a little bit of funny business. Yeah, so it's not that bad filling up with a bug. I hardly take any gas. I think I'm costing him $30 a day probably.
Can you hear your dog, honey?
Yeah. Mateus. Aww.
He does not like being alone. He's a nervous breakdown. Say hi. Hi.
Loves attention.
He was playing with about 3 other dogs this morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brought in an Australian Shepherd into our fifth wheeler there.
Yeah, he's like, come on in, check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Check out where I live. How's your house?
They were running around while we were cooking eggs. You should have put that dog into commercials. Like,
It's not too late.
Yeah.
You put him in fertilizer.
Yeah, there you go. Good idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves a pet, and they need fertilizer.
And she's already knows how to act, because if she wants he keeps calling it she, because it looks like a she. I'm sorry, Mateo.
She looks like a
I know
she.
that you.
It looks like a she.
It looks just like a she. Just a little bit of mascara, and you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Yeah, there's Maybelline factory right here.
But if she needs something, he'll paw at your leg, you know. Yeah.
What's really weird, he has an obsession with lotion. You put lotion on, and he has to lick it off your hands. That's weird.
I'm telling you, you have a non-binary dog.
What? Non-binary.
It's true. Like me, we're both non-binary. That's why we love each other, because no one understands us. No one.
What?
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna get my glasses. But there's like a big wall now. There's like a big stair wall. I know how to get it down.
And what?
And to get in your RV.
I got your bag in here. I got all your stuff in there. I got glasses and everything.
Okay.
I got you, Joel. I know how to pick up after.
All right.
I know how to cover you.
You got my glasses too? Damn. Details. Yeah, I got to be able to see these comments at some point. Cool. I got everything. My radio.
Yeah, that's in here somewhere. Right there. Want me to put them on for you too?
All right. Let's see what we got here. Sunny 62 in Salem, Oklahoma. See you guys soon. We're going to Oklahoma, apparently?
Did they give an address?
No. Someone's telling us we'll see you in Oklahoma. Get the snipped doodle out of the truck. Someone wants you to take the dog out of the truck.
Come on, someone wants to see you.
Hey! There you go. Are you happy now? Oh, that was Melissa.
Oh.
That was Melissa.
What? Say hi to Mom. Say hi to Mom.
We have at least 2 hours. You know what? Call him, Melissa. Tell him we can get this speaker on.
What?
She said you have at least 2 hours.
For what?
Before we're going to get out of here, yeah.
No.
At least, dude. I have so much time.
Quit telling her to side with you. That's because he's holding the camera, honey.
That's right.
I know how this goes.
She knows.
You could have 4 hours.
She knows.
and
She
at the
knows
last
that
minute, we're
I
gonna
have
be
the
struggling.
power of the narrative. I could say whatever I want about you. And she's like,
mainstream
"You better be
media.
nice to Joel." Yeah, totally. I could edit like certain things you say and make it sound like you're a bad guy. That's right. Melissa knows
What was the
better.
meeting about this morning?
You saying happy birthday in Braille?
Oh, it's sign language?
It's sign language.
Oh, making dots on paper.
And then there was some praying and pledging of the allegiance. That's something we do. And a little information. And
Dr. Alexander there?
Dr. Alexander didn't speak this morning. There was someone who was provoking, and then a guy who chased her out. She was out there to protest, and I had a good conversation with the guy because he was really intimidating, you know, even for me. And he, you know, some woman came into mass. She had information. I was like, "Come on, why are you being so hard on her?" It's like it takes a lot of courage for her to come out and you know, sort of confront us with her ideas. You know, and the guy's like, "Yeah, maybe you're right." I'm like, "Dude, I was scared of you. Like I thought that you were like someone from the outside, like getting in my face."
So did he chase her off?
I think she came in she said a few things, and then he was like kind of coming in for her, after her, to talk with her, but he was very aggressive in the way that he was approaching like the situation. Anyway, that's what we're here for.
What was she trying to say?
I think she was. That's the problem. She left before anyone had a chance to engage with her, talk with her about her ideas.
What makes us like the other side if we just boot them out?
Right. And the guy listened to what I said. He's got, I'm going to think about it. He's like, you're probably right. Like, I shouldn't have came with that kind of tone, you know? Because, I mean, we got to take the higher ground all the time. Because everyone else is so mad about what we're doing.
Well, if they film you get mad at them, then that's fodder for mainstream.
Precisely.
Tell your lover, give her a hug. Tell her she's sick in the head.
Let's get back. Let me talk to these people. Let the liberal talk to these people, dude. Yeah. You guys are very cut and dry. You're very to the point. Yeah, all you all others. Like, you know, you need a little star that we can know that you're a conservative and we're not allowed, like the Jewish star.
Like the Jewish star?
Yeah. We got to give it, you know, we got to censor you guys. We got to identify you.
Let's make it a cross.
Right?
Got mine.
You got yours. It's like history repeating itself, man. Remember the Christians thrown to the lions? Like the Romans were killing them and they were grabbing the sword and they're like, I'm going to a better place. Yeah. And it made the religion just become so much more popular because they were so, you know, I would say like ready to take any sacrifice for beliefs. It's interesting when you read the history.
I had to go talk to one guy, that Godspeak guy, that truck that I had to talk to in Monroe or in Big Cabin.
Yeah.
Remember that when I talked? You weren't with us, but he cut me off a couple times. He's got the flag that says Godspeak Chapel on it.
Okay.
Well, he did it to me again yesterday. I went up and talked to his brother.
Yeah.
I'll trade you one day. You drive mine for a day, I'll drive yours.
Yeah.
And then I'll cut you off a couple times and see how you like it.
Right.
Okay? You can't do that. When you're going to kill somebody, you're going to hurt somebody. So you need to knock it off.
Was he receptive?
Yeah. But he was receptive the first time, then did it again.
Yeah.
Oh, here they come for fuel. Here comes the bus. Did the poet give a poem this morning?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It's about flowers and connecting with nature and finding God through nature. It was good. I was impressed.
He just likes grabbing the mic pretty quick every morning. He likes being the first. Give me the mic.
He does.
Mike, give me the mic.
He does. They had an open mic last night, and I spoke a little bit.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
When?
I was just after we were eating lunch at about 8:30 or so. He was reading all the laws, and that's where I got a lot closer with Rebel Media, because the guy, he came up to me after, he said, oh, you worked on the Bernie thing? He's like, yeah. He's like, there's a book called What Happened, and this lawyer was trying, because Bernie he didn't fight after he lost the primaries, when there was a lot of funny business in the primaries, right? And he says there's a book of a lawyer who had 3 people who were going to testify against the DNC, and they ended up dead, all 3 of them. All 3 of the witnesses for the lawyer. I'm like, that sounds like an interesting book. Just different reasons, and all within like a month or 4 months of time.
Yeah. All accidents?
Yeah.
Suicide?
Shot because someone's robbing them, things like that.
Teo, come on.
But I'm interested in the book. It's called What Happened. I mean, I saw this at Bernie's. That's why I'm like, I don't get it. Like, everyone who was part of the Bernie thing were like, you know, they were all against pharma, and they were all against like the people who are in charge, like, and now they're all for it. Right. And I'm like, where did you guys, like, your opinions change like the wind, you know? Change like the wind. Like, all they have to do is the people that you follow that are on the left. This happens on the right too, but all they have to do is tell you a different story, and you're already like being hypocritical to the thing you believed before. I go on and on. That's my little soapbox.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my speaker on without you because I'm a capable man. I can do it without you, Tony. I really can. No, really, I'm good at things. I'm good at things. You'll see. It'll be your fault. I'll poop my pants. It'll be your fault. Tony's so good at this stuff, man. It won't help me, Melissa. Hurts my feelings. Really does. Here, I'll put this up and try and figure. Any glasses? See if you can see in there. Woo-wee! Oh, it doesn't even tilt back. Alright, I can't see what I'm looking at. Alright, I'm gonna try and get underneath there. One day. Hey, are we even at the right Loves? Are we even at the right one, dude? Are we even at the right gas station? Alright, I'm cutting off this live feed and I'll come back to see y'all a little bit later. Thanks for joining Reset Media. I'm being right here on the solid ground with me, doing the real reporting.